Hello my friends, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're all having a great day. Today I wanted to do a quick get ready with me using some products that were sent to me. This is not a sponsored video, it was just sent to me. And I'm sure you've seen other channels talking about this now, but this is Limelife by Alcone. And Christina was kind enough to send me pretty much everything I need for a tutorial. So I'm going to be working with the blush, the bronzer, and the powder today. And we are also going to work with the foundation, and I'll put all the colors below because I don't remember offhand what they are, so I will have to look below because I know many of you wear the same colors as me. And we're also going to be using the concealer, and we are going to be using their sponge. I have been using this for quite a while now. I actually posted a picture on Instagram. And it gives you a really nice look. But the sponge comes in a beautiful little package for traveling, which I thought was really nice. My sponge is damp. I will incorporate some other things into this. We're going to start with the Dermalogica, and this is the Hydra Blur Primer. And I'm just going to go ahead and slap some of this on. And I think this is the first chit chat since New Year's. So I'm wishing you all a wonderful 2019. I hope that 2018 served you well, but I'm hoping and praying and wishing that you all have a wonderful 2019. I hope you all have wonderful health and you find happiness if you're searching for it. All those good things, okay? I'm having a little bit of a hot flash, and I bought this new sweater by Eileen and I'm really loving it, the black and white. And I thought, oh, I want to wear that, and I should know better because I'm like a heat bomb just waiting to go off. So anyway, okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to take, now there is a little bit of a learning curve with this foundation. I will admit the first time I used it, I was like, oh no, this is not for me. But there is a way to use it, and if you overuse it, you're going to get in trouble. Now remember, when I do my tutorials, I have excessively dry skin. So if you have a normal combination, things will play differently on you than they do me. But I'm going to take the sponge, and I just kind of pick up maybe 2 or 3 swipes of it. That is it. And I'm going to try to work with a hand mirror because I set my setup up. It's a little bit different. I took everything behind me away because I couldn't stand seeing all the mess behind me. And I love the black background because I think everything just pops. So I did it so my lighting is a little bit better for this room. Okay, so we are going to go ahead. I should probably let my face dry off a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to just start. And what I do is I kind of just pat the foundation on my skin. And I work in sections. And I just go ahead and place it. Now this can be worn very sheer, or it can be heavier. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just taking a little bit on that damp sponge, and I'm going to go ahead on the other side, and I'm kind of plucking it away as I do it. And you can see it's laying down a really nice foundation. And that is the way I found it works best for me. Now, they do have a brush. I think Lisa D1, I think she may have used the brush for application. And then as you can see, I go right into my pouncing movement. And you can see I have a thinner layer on this side than I do this side. It really does have a beautiful finish. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up some more and finish my whole face with this. And it's a fast flicking that I do. I'm not laying down and really, I'm just flicking it and picking up a little bit of product. And then I'm going to place it, and I'll work this bottom section of my face. And you can see as it goes on, it really, now I don't go up underneath my eyes with this because I'm going to be using the concealer, and I have found that the concealer and the foundation under my eyes is too much for my aging skin. Now if you're younger than me and you don't have the roadmap on your face, you will do just fine with it. And then I take the sponge and I really get in to all the nooks and crannies. I'm like an English muffin. I have nooks and crannies now. So I'm just going to work that all in. I'm going to pick up one last quick swipe, and it's just like 2 or 3 little ones. And I'm going to place it on my forehead. And that is it. And you can see this gives a beautiful, beautiful finish. And it's really nice. And then, of course, you can just work down your neck just to make sure that you have no difference. And I think it's really, she did a really good job picking out my colors. There is a little test you can take online which really is pretty accurate if you want to look into this. So here we go. We're just finishing up a little. Okay, so the foundation is in place. So now we're gonna move on to the concealer. And for me, I find that picking up I dip my finger in about 5 times. And then I take my 2 fingers and I just warm that up in my fingertips. This is important for an aging eye with this concealer. It's the same with Shape Tape. I have to warm it up. And then I'm going to just go ahead and place it underneath my eye. It's a great concealer for covering up, and you can take your sponge and finish it up. Now I'm gonna go ahead with what's left over and just apply it to my lid. And I'm gonna get right up in there underneath the lash line. And that's what the concealer looks like on. It's really, really nice, my friends. So now I'm gonna take the sponge and I'm just gonna lightly tap underneath the eyes to make sure that I have it blended down nicely. And that is the look you get using this foundation and concealer. Now, I have been using it with the Hydra Blur by Dermalogica, and I've also used it with the Too Faced 3-in-1 primer, and it works well with both of those. So now I'm going to take the powder. Now I'm going to be upfront and honest, because if some of you have watched me, you'll see that I kind of shy away from these white powders. I don't particularly care for them. However, they are blended so they're milled so fine that they do lay on the skin nicely. I just don't like the white cast I get from them, but I have been using this and it's been working out. I do have to add a little bit of color to my face after I do it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sponge and I'm just picking up a small amount of that, and I'm going to go ahead and touch underneath my eyes to make sure that it's still blended, because, you know, like I said, I'm an English muffin. I have nooks and crannies everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and just set that concealer underneath. Now, I find it is very important to set this concealer for me because I have so many nooks and crannies. And by that I mean wrinkles. Okay, I'm going to go in and just pick up a small amount of that powder for the other eye, tap it out, and then I'm just going to pack it on. And there you have the powder. Now I'm going to just take whatever's left over above my eye. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with this Real Technique brush. This is a really soft, loose fiber brush, which I really like for the powder because, like I said, I don't really care for the white. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tap this in, and I'm just going to tap it off, and I'm going to place this powder where I'm going to be putting the bronzer and blush, just to set it. I don't really want to cake my face up. And I find that this foundation doesn't really need it. So I'm just doing the areas where I'm going to have to put powder on top of a cream, and this will just help to make them blend much easier for us. And then I'm just going to sweep down because I'm in need of a little face shaving, my friends. And then I'll just slightly go over my eyelids again. And whatever's left, I just go ahead and touch over that area. Okay, my cheeks are all set and ready. So I'm going to go in with that same brush and I'm going to pick up the bronze. Okay, so I've picked it up on this brush. Now I'm going to go ahead and just place it. I'm using the viewfinder as my mirror. I'm trying to get better at this. And then I'm just going to turn it around and pat it on first. And you'll see it's very subtle, so just pick up and apply as much as you want or as little. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pick up my mirror now, and I'm going to go ahead and just sweep that all over. What's really beautiful about this is it has such a gorgeous glow. You'll see, you will not need to use a highlighter with this. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade of a bronzer. Let me see if I can get that in close for you. Really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I will say, when you're using this brush, if you're going along and you're not paying attention, there is a hard edge here that you can scratch yourself with this. Sometimes I get a little crazy and I just start going like I would with my normal. And because of the way this edge lays, I have scraped my head with it. So you must be very careful when using this brush. You can't be a wild woman, okay? That's what I'm saying. So there you have the bronze. Now I'm not going to chisel out my jawline with this because it does have a satin finish to it, and I really don't want to do that. So now we're going to go in and pick up this blush, and it's a beautiful coral, and these are very pigmented. You do not need a lot. I'm going to use a Wayne Goff's brush because it's very, very soft, and you can see that that picks up a lot. And shake it up because these are very concentrated. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap some of that blush right on my cheekbone. And because the bronzer has a satin look to it, where you place your blush and then you have your bronzer peeking out with a little bit of glow. So you don't really need, like I said, a highlighter. So I'm going to just soften that blush down. Really blend it in. So now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to pick up a Wayne Goss. This is just the eye brushes from Wayne Goss. I'm going to take a little bit of that powder and I'm just going to place it down just to make sure that I have a nice smooth canvas to work with. And okay, so I've laid the powder down just so I have a nice smooth canvas, and I'm going to pick up some of that bronzer and I'm going to stay with the same brush, and I'm just going to work that into my crease area. Lower though, because this does have a satin finish, so I don't want to bring it up too high. So I'm just working with it. And you can build the intensity of this up as much as you want. So here I'm going to place it on my lid. So I'm going to take the blush brush now and I'm just going to sweep over that, and this is just to make sure that it's blended nicely. Now I'm going to take a very, very small amount of that blush. Remember, these are very, very pigmented, so you don't want too much, so tap it off in your hand, and we're going to go ahead and just sweep it over the eye. And I'm focusing it more here than I am the brow bone. Okay, so that is the finished face look. So we're going to go right in, and I am going to take a little bit of the powder and just powder over the lips slightly. And I'm going to go in with their lip liner, and I like the lip liner. When you do one click, you automatically sharpen it. Okay, so it comes out perfectly sharpened. So there's the lip line. So now I'm going to go in, and this is their lipstick, and this is in 100. It's a nice nude. Okay, so there is the lipstick. So okay, now I just want to tight line, and I'm just using my NARS Via Pia, and I'm just going to go ahead and tight line really close to the lashes. Really want to build that up. Okay, so there is one eye tight lined, one not. When you're wearing a very small amount of eyeshadow, this is, or in this case bronzer, tight lining is really a nice thing to do because it does bulk up the lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and then I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to put my mascara and my brows on and my hair down, and I'll be right back to finish up with you. All right, my friends, be right back. All right, my friends, I am back with the finished look. On my eyebrows, the usual suspects. I have Anastasia's Brow Gel in Caramel and Brow Wiz in Caramel. Absolutely love them. I probably will never change my brow. I did spritz my face with the Ageless, and this is the Splash. I like it. It just takes that powder look away, and it also gives just a nice hit of moisture. And let's see what else. Oh, the mascara combination today. I am madly in love with this. This is the Lash Paradise Voluminous Primer from L'Oreal. This stuff is amazing, better than any high-end I have ever used. And the mascara, I'm finishing up my tube of my Estee Lauder Sumptuous Knockout Mascara. In my empties, I told you that I didn't care for the other Estee Lauder. It's in a big blue tube. I didn't care for that one. This is the one I prefer over it. But my lashes just love the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Primer. I must have 5 backups because I'm afraid one day I'll walk in and it'll be gone. So I absolutely love that. And so that is it, the finished look using only the Alcone powder, foundation, bronzer, and blush, and concealer. And the lipstick is a mauvier nude. So if you're looking for a nice mauvey nude, she gave me a link. I'm not generating money or anything like that on the link, but it's some sort of like party link that you can go and order your Alcone. And this is a line that's been around for a very long time. It's well known in the Hollywood makeup artist, you know, area, and it's not something that just popped out you know, overnight. It's been around for a very long time. So friends, so that is it. Let us know below if you're using any of the Alcone Limelife products and what has your experience been. The foundation I think is absolutely beautiful. I just think it gives such a gorgeous finish, and I will say that the bronzer is really spectacular. All right, my friends, so that's it from me. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, subscribe. We are living life here. Go out in the world and be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. Love you all. Bisous.